What's going on, Eagles fans? Hey, this is Philly Day One, and we're gonna get on a couple keys, man. One of the keys, man, I think is Saquon Barkley and the extension. We're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over Bradbury being released. I know, I know, it's a lot of conversation about that, but it's something y'all might not know about James Bradbury. We're also gonna go over Slay might be back. Um, and I'm gonna tell you why. And a sleeper for us to get in free agency. We're gonna also go over that. Let's get into it. All right. So if uh if you've been paying attention, if you ain't been living under a rock, then you understand that Saquon Barkley just got a 2 year extension, for $41.2 million. $36 million is guaranteed. And uh, people say what they want. He is deserving of every bit of that money, especially after the year he just had. He is deserving of every bit of that money. Um, and him and that line was run blocking was phenomenal this year. Phenomenal. Got us out of a lot of games. Um, Without them, the games were much tougher. If not, we lose. So I think he's very deserving of it, man. I'm so happy to have Saquon Barkley, man. I was one of the people who was like, no, no, we good, we good. No, we're not good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, passing wise, we got a lot of weapons, but Saquon Barkley is just that last piece, like Jalen Hurts said in the Super Bowl win. He said you was just that last piece we needed, and it shows. It showed the whole season. So, uh, appreciate you, Saquon. Hey, James Bradberry got released. Yep, James Bradberry got released. Um, I think there's nobody sad about this release. But I got some things. I'm gonna tell y'all something y'all might not have known. James Bradberry was in those young corners' ear, mentoring, and helping them with the games. Constantly upgrading, and that could be a reason for why our corners look so veteran. They had this veteran poise about them because they had two veterans. James Bradberry been to the Pro Bowl. I mean, he's been an All Pro one time, and then you got Slay. So in each instance, Slay and Quinion Mitchell are kind of the same style, and Cooper the Jeans is pretty handsy, like a Bradberry. So I can imagine Bradberry going and talking to him on, hey, look, change the way you pressing people at the line, or giving him tips and stuff to be better at that press. You don't see Slay pressing people much, but James Bradberry did a lot of pressing at his time. So I didn't realize that he was still out there helping those guys grow like they did. So with that, I say thank you, James Bradberry. I was very critical of you as one. I like to win. You wasn't playing well. You knew you weren't playing well, and we just don't fly with that. It don't fly here in Pennsylvania. All right, and in other news, them releasing Slay is just to get the cap space right, just in case to get the cap space right. They didn't release Slay because they didn't want him to play for us. They released him because we need him to play at a lower price. A lot of people said Slay had a great year. I say great for a 34-year-old. I think great for a 34-year-old. He didn't have no lockdown year by no means. So him playing for a smaller price is very askable. And if he don't want to do that, then he's able to leave. But Slay said he only want to play for Detroit or Philly. If Detroit don't offer him nothing, and I think they're pretty locked that corner. I think if Detroit don't want to bring him on, I can see him wanting to play for Philly to come back and mentor these guys because he just seems like that kind of person. One thing that I can say about the corners, I just talked to you guys about is we got a great culture. Nobody is withholding information. We ain't doing no gatekeeping. Everybody has the same goal in mind, and that's to get to the Super Bowl and win it. If we keep with the culture we have in this locker room, and it's not just the cornerback room, it's the safety room. It's the linebacker room. It's the D line room. If we can keep that culture, man, we'll be good for a long, long time. And I think it comes down to Harry Roseman and those guys out there going to understand what kind of players we're bringing. It's not just talent that brings people; it's the understanding of what we're trying to get accomplished and how you fit in what we're trying to get accomplished. So I think that is a big thing for me, big time. Anthony DeBono is a writer for the NFL. He covers the Eagles a lot, and he brought up a really interesting prospect for the free agency, and it's Draymond Jones from the Seattle Seahawks. Uh, yeah, from Seattle Seahawks. He just got released, and he played in this he's played for Vic Fangio before, in Denver. So he understands the system. He know what Vic Fangio wants from him, and the reason he got released from Seattle is because he was dropping numbers like in 2023 he had 4.5 sacks for the season. In 2024 he had 4 sacks. So the very last season he just got released for, he had 4 sacks. Disappointing years, you know what I'm saying? So when he played for Denver, he had 5.5 sacks. Um, so apologize about that. So he had when he played for Denver, he had 5.5 sacks uh, in 2021. You know what I'm saying? And then 2020 to 2022, he had six and a half sacks. So he's very capable of getting 6.5 sacks. He's 28 years old, so he's still fairly young. Um, and yeah, I mean Milton Williams leaving, which I believe Milton Williams is leaving. But Milton Williams leaving opens up a spot for this man to kind of carve out a spot right next to Jalen Carter. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like Jordan Davis will emerge and be kind of that guy in the middle. And if they need to rotate him, I think that'll happen. But Jordan Davis is slowly getting better. Like, not as fast as we would like him because he's a first round pick, but he is slowly getting better. Um, at pass rushing. So I feel like this would be a I think this would be a great fit. 6.5 sacks. Milton Williams has 6.5 sacks, so I can see that being a nice little, just a plug and play kind of guy, man. Um, I like to hear what you guys think. Go check that man out. Go check out some of his stats. If you got to watch some film, and tell me what you think about him potentially coming in there and just plug and play. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't miss a beat. We're gonna stay on the lookout for some outside linebackers, edge rushers, slash edge rushers. But for right now, man, this could be our guy. Hey, that's all I got for y'all, man. And I'll holler. Go Birds.